With over 50 years of combined experience in portfolio and investment strategy, we, Kat Connor, and I, Evan Campbell, are struck by the historical clarity of this moment in time as an illustration of the existential necessity for organizational adaptability. We witness organizations struggling to find effective, timely responses as the pace of change is only accelerating.
I find the practices of Agile portfolio management critical, even a life raft in these times where there's so much disruption, where organizations are trying to adapt and thrive in the midst of huge environmental and cultural change.
Right, Kat. Many organizations struggling to adjust their business models under duress. The organizations that made an early investment in agile and adaptive funding models are in much better shape today, outperforming the less proactive competitors.
Yeah, and as Agilists, I know that we have spent as an industry years creating delivery agility, product agility. What portfolio practices do is they help us broaden our lens so that we can see the entire system. One of the biggest things that portfolio management offers me is this alignment and visibility from strategic priority all the way down to the work that's happening in the organization. And it offers clear mandates for investments.
You raise a good point. This tendency to create a little agile walled garden doesn't really yield strategic benefits for the larger enterprise unless you address this whole customer value stream. And if you're not streamlining all of the business processes, you're not going to see significant benefits from Agile.
So how do we bring in, agile or adaptive portfolio techniques to really shorten that cycle? I often find that when we own a budget or when we are making decisions for our little piece of the pie of the organization, that's an inhibitor for understanding this bigger picture, this bigger value stream.
In almost every setting, particularly in corporate IT, the organization is working on many more projects and they actually have the capacity to process efficiently. By breaking large initiatives down into smaller bets and being more ruthless about prioritization, steering the prioritization and asset allocation continuously, and then just getting those huge performance and cycle time improvements, those are big wins.
For me, it's collective, it's shared decision making, but it's also data. Having really good information so that when we have these small bets, we have a sense and respond mechanism.
Those firms that adopt these practices make faster and better pivot, investment, and terminate decisions with their funding models. Most importantly, while the pace of change and uncertainty continues to accelerate exponentially, these become adaptive learning organizations that can change for environmental competitiveness, almost in a Darwinian sense. These organizations are going to be the winners of the future.
So we're going to try to capture everything we just said in 4 short videos. And we're going to start off with looking at the supply side, and then we'll move into the demand side of the picture, and then we'll bring them together in matching.
And then we'll have a 5th video where we'll talk about funding and budgeting models.
The reason we're bringing funding and finance into this is there are core critical things that have to be in place in order to support organizational learning and adaptability. Portfolio management is the means, and the outcome is greater adaptability for the organization.
Make sure you join us for this video series. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you.